Louis, why don't you do the honors?
Okay. We mentioned that Dr. Sadie Allison is the founder and CEO of Tickle Kitty and Go Love CBD. And she writes books, Tickle His Pickle, Ride 'em Cowgirl. And she's a sex and relationship doctor and gives sex advice. And she joins us on the show now. Hey, Sadie.
Hey, doctor.
Hey, good morning. How are you guys doing?
We're doing
good.
great.
How about you?
Good. Fantastic. Happy to be on with you again.
Oh, we're happy to have you.
We appreciate you coming on as always, and we thank you for your gifts ahead of the segment. It's great stuff, and I kind of estimated this. Every year you send about like $600 worth of stuff. This is maybe even more. We really appreciate it.
You're welcome. You know, Valentine's Day is right around the corner. It's time to start making some planning and decisions on what you're going to do for your big day. So I thought I would send you guys some pleasure toys and also maybe talk about some ideas and some date night ideas, because it is a really good year to actually invest maybe a little more time into Valentine's Day just because of what's been going on in the world. So it's such a time that focuses on intimacy, connection, and pleasure, and I'm excited to talk about that with you.
This We Vibe Melt, it's called. Ethan and I did a show and tell video of some of these products yesterday. And we noted that back in the day, sex toys used to kind of look like the male anatomy, and now these things do things that we can't do, and the penis is going obsolete. I'll tell you what right now.
What does that do?
That's suction right there.
That's right. And first of all, the penis will never go obsolete. These pleasure products are relationship enhancement tools, if you will. So it really just adds pleasure to the bedroom. There is no replacing you guys ever. We love you, and we love your penises. so just to let you know, I want to get that clear. But the We Vibe Melt that you were talking about is a really cool toy. It's actually an air suction pleasure toy for the woman's pleasure spot.
Aha.
So it's not a vibrator. It's an air suction. So it kind of stimulates cunnilingus, if you will.
You feel how soft that is, Ethan?
Yeah.
It's really soft.
Yeah. And when you just press the plus button, it turns on, and then you just keep pressing it, and it'll enhance the suction as you desire, and you get your right setting. The really great thing about this product is, one, it's slender. It's slender, and you can actually use it during lovemaking, because 80% of women require some kind of external stimulation on the pleasure button.
Wow.
And that doesn't always get there when you're having traditional lovemaking intercourse. So this Melt product, you can actually turn on, put it against yourself as the woman. You can hold it right where you want it, on that little spot, and use it during lovemaking, and it's amazing. And that allows two people to actually get to that big O together while lovemaking, and that's the goal of a lot of women.
Excuse me, Sadie, hold on 1 second. I got a question for Lou. Have you already taken one of those home?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'll take that one.
That's sure, yeah. You're just going to have to learn how to turn it off.
Smart man.
You're just going to have to learn to turn it off, because I don't know how to do that.
Press the button in the back.
You just hold the minus button down for a few seconds.
Okay.
The other thing about this air suction technology, I just want to say, it's really difficult for some women to actually get to the big O. We all have, I think, experienced that. But when you have this air suction right where it belongs, half of the women in our test group got there in less than 60 seconds.
Check it out.
It's a miracle toy.
Wow. So, Ethan was telling you off air, he's been married a long time, and he doesn't even bring it up anymore. And I've found that every year around this time, what I do is I do it the wrong way. So I changed up my routine this year. Typically I'd take my toys from the box you send, and I'd run home and start jumping around like, hey, we got to try these right now. And I said, no, you can't do that this year. It never goes well. You need to bring... I brought them home. I put them in a safe hiding spot. I told her they are here, and I would love to sometime check them out. And it hasn't bore any fruit yet, but I feel like it will work better
eventually, yes,
than what I've done in the past, which is jump around in the living room, waving them in her face.
That's bad boy, and leaving them and acting like the big boy. Good boy.
That's a nice, softer self strategy you have going on.
We came up. Go ahead. I'm sorry.
And it very well might work. And one idea to actually get to that point is you want to kind of seduce your partner throughout the day. So foreplay doesn't start when you hit the bedroom. It starts in the morning.
Oh, man, that's a lot of work.
It's unfortunate.
Relationships do take work, but hey, you put out for your lady, you end up getting it back tenfold.
Ethan and I, in fact, came up with an acronym, and I hope you will steal this and use it because it's not doing us any good. We came up with 3 of the letters, and then the 4th was from a listener of ours, and it all works together. And either this has been in our subconscious from learning it years ago, or we actually came up with this. It's listen, understand, support, and trust, which equals lust. Your thoughts?
I love it. That's amazing. And the word lust is awesome, too. What a great acronym.
Yeah. Just works out.
Yeah.
I know.
Very smart. That's great. That's great advice for all couples.
What is the most popular toy that you sell?
Okay. Well, one of them is the Melt on TickleKitty.com that we just talked about.
Okay.
The Womanizer Premium, which is in the same family of toys, has been around a little while, and that's just like the golden standard, the Womanizer. But one of the other ones I sent you that's really, really fun, it's called the Moxie. And that's that little, it fits in your palm, it's small, it's light blue, and this is a remote control and app controlled panty vibrator.
It looks like a mouse.
It does. It looks like a narrow mouse that you would use on your computer. Yeah. But it's actually a very powerful vibrator that you can, if you see that little circular piece, that's a magnetic snap. So basically you put this in any pair of panties, and you put the magnetic piece on the outside of the panty.
Party time.
It holds it in place.
Party time. Yeah.
Party time. Yeah. So this is really fun for Valentine's Day. You go out to dinner, or you go for a walk, or even just at home in the bedroom. Your partner can control the vibration of your pleasure.
That's cool. Wow. We don't want to miss an opportunity. I feel like every year I miss an opportunity to ask you to just give some advice to our men listeners out there. We know what their goal is. We know what my goal is and Ethan's goal is. What is it that they can do to freshen up their relationship, this week, today, tomorrow, if they've been in a relationship for a long time?
Well, it's all about trying something new, because in any part of life, and especially in the bedroom and when you're in a long relationship, things get into kind of a groove. You kind of end up doing the same stuff, and it can get stale. I mean, that's just life. We all have experienced that. So the only way to do it, there's no magical answer. It's really just making an effort to say, okay, I'm going to make this a priority, and we're going to do something different in the bedroom. And so a sex toy, for example, is one perfect way to go, because it's new, it's exciting, they're modern, they're pleasure for both people. So that's one way. But you can also just do something simple like take it outside the bedroom. When was the last time you actually made love in the living room on the couch or in the kitchen and just got a little frisky?
2017.
Little things like that. 2017, not too long ago. Yeah, and then getting back to the basics. When you think back, like when you first started dating, what were those little things when you were super in love and it was like that initial lust and excitement that was going on? What were the kind of things you guys liked to do back then? And maybe kind of plan a date night, whether it was bowling or there was a favorite place you liked to walk and you would hold hands. So going back to the beginning or adding something brand new to the bedroom and bringing some excitement and enthusiasm to it, I think would be a great way to go.
We love you, Sadie. A couple of things. So go Love CBD. We want people to go get that. That's been really, really popular. GoLoveCBD.com.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's my serum, and that's actually a product that I made. I'm really proud of it. It's a water-based, intimate serum that you can use. It heightens sensation, and it helps women get there a little faster where they're trying to go, and it makes it a lot more comfortable. A lot of people don't realize that when you use a serum or a lubricant, it doesn't mean that you're inadequate or that you don't have enough even, but it just adds extra sensation that you might not even realize you could have a different kind of pleasure just by putting some Go Love CBD Intimate Serum on yourself.
Oh, you know what I want to ask you? I always forget this. Ethan and I have been doing morning show together for 14 years, so who would know better than us that the men in our industry are animals, slobs, savages, trash human beings. And you have been doing radio tours for years. I was curious as maybe maybe I shouldn't ask it, but I'm going to anyway, the worst question or comment ever directed at you during one of these interviews.
Well, gosh, and you're right. It's been 20 years that I've been doing radio interviews. I've had I was on the air with a guy. I don't think he's on the air anymore, so I can probably say it. Man Cow.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
So,
Wow.
yeah, so you can imagine that there was even more than one. He didn't really ask a bad question, but he treated me, and I went in studio. I flew out there, and he just treated me like without respect and consideration. And so there were some things said, some comments, some little gestures, and then I was really, So that I would say was probably.
Yeah, that doesn't surprise me. You flew all the way out to Chicago to be talked down to by that walking goatee. Interesting.
Wow.
Well, we love you. We hope that you feel respected and that we enjoy your company and time when you come on the show. And we can't thank you enough for the gifts.
How do our listeners obtain your products?
Thank you so much. So my website is ticklekitty.com, and we've got a Valentine's Day collection. I actually just curated a handful of toys that I think this year would be amazing for the bedroom for Valentine's Day next week. And there's special offers, there's free shipping on certain products, and so I'd go check it out and explore, and maybe even explore together with your partner. Sometimes that's a fun date night, too, just going sex toy cruising together. TickleKitty.com.
It's a great idea. Thank you, Dr. Sadie. We appreciate you.
Thank you. Thanks for having me on. Happy Valentine's Day.
Hey,
You got it.
too. Bye-bye.